Hello, hello. How's it going? We're back with more fishing. I'm a little bit late. Do apologize for that. Brain decided to be dumb. I don't mean like, oh, I'm in a bad mindset, kind of dumb. I mean more like I just didn't want to get out of bed. The brain was like, oh, we're just gonna stay in bed and watch YouTube for a while. Like, this is why I wanted to delete YouTube off my phone. But regardless, we are here, we are streaming. Who's honking at me already? Ah, I see. That's why I can't get it right. Okay. So in an effort to try and cut back on eating out, especially trying eating out at Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A, I've been trying to recreate Chick-fil-A's tea, and I just learned that apparently they have a proprietary blend of tea that they get from a supplier, which makes a lot of sense. So that just means I need to find a kind of tea that I just really like. Lipton, is alright. Like, I think I'm pretty much just going with like a black tea, I guess. But I've tried Lipton twice. First time was a bit of a mistake, but way too much sugar in. Or a bit too much sugar. I found that, what is it? A 1-to-3 ratio? Let's see. Because I think I had 10 cups of tea to 3/4 of a cup of is this not? I didn't shuffle it again. Ah. What was it? I think I had 10 cups. Yeah, 10 cups of tea to 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And I think I came to the conclusion of 3/4 of a cup because I previously did, I think it was 8 cups of tea to 1 cup, and that was too much. I thought like maybe 8 cups with half a cup. So that's a 1-to-2 ratio of sugar to water, sugar to tea. But half a cup was not enough, so I upped it up. So I think that does become now I can math here. So if 1/4 of a cup didn't work, I would need to add another. I think it is a third, an additional third. If I went to 4 cups of tea. Math is hard. I don't understand it. The math ain't went into my head. 10 cups of tea to 3/4 of a cup of sugar. That makes sense to me. I think if I did 8 cups, half a cup would be good. Don't know about that. Oh, not that it matters too much because the jug I use to hold my tea holds 10 cups. So there's my measurement right there. I've talked way too much about tea. What about video games? Yesterday was absolutely wild for me, to be honest. Because I popped it over to YouTube sometime in the morning, and I saw that Epic Nate's was streaming something concerning an Oblivion remake Oblivion remaster that I'd never heard of before. I never once caught wind of Oblivion getting a remake, of a remaster, whatever you want to call it. And so the fact that like I just pop in, I'm like, wait, it's getting a remaster or what? So then I go to watch the official stream from Bethesda. And I watch, yes, it's Oblivion remaster. Cool. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, I kind of want to get this. I kind of want to play. I want to buy this. I want to play it. When does it come out? Oh, it comes out today? Yesterday? Yeah, no, I was surprised. So, yeah, no, the thing is, it's, as far as I know, it's digital only at the moment, so I have to wait for it to be physical before I pick it up, because I only buy physical games. I don't bother with, I rarely bother with digital only games, and that's partially the reason why I don't play a lot of Steam games. The other reason is because my brain just dumb has not caught up with the times. I need to remember that Steam I can actually plug in my controller, and it would probably work. I do have a 360 controller now, an Xbox 360 controller. That would probably work. Although I think the Xbox One controllers or whatever the new ones are called, that would probably be the best bet. So I might try and invest in that at some point. Let's see, what else? Things coming up. Big events for me. Most immediate thing is not this upcoming Friday, but the following Friday is my birthday! And I'm gonna be home alone. My mom is gonna be in Denver with my younger sister to see my sister graduate and help her move out. But she is leaving on the 30th, so that's exactly a week from today. Which means I will be home alone on my birthday. Which sounds sad. But honestly, like, I was kind of planning that anyway, but not like this. I was expecting to be moved out to Denver in this space that we are moving my sister out of by this point. But that didn't happen for a multitude of reasons, which is fine, but it is kind of weird that I'm still spending my birthday kind of alone. I won't be completely alone though, not for the entire day. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do for next week's schedule is I'll just switch No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that because next week is still regular stream. Okay, so it's gonna be basic schedule, but Friday I'm just gonna do one stream. Don't know how long it's gonna be, but I think I'll probably go live in the morning, probably around 10 o'clock-ish. And we're gonna do birthday shiny hunting for the stream. That's the idea. I still need to figure out what I want to do for stream anniversary though, for Twitch stream anniversary. No clues there, and I still need to figure out if I'm even doing MomoCon. I'm honestly leaning more towards no, because for a few reasons. One, MomoCon usually have that be like a bit of a birthday thing, like a birthday present from my mom, but this year she's getting me the Switch too, so that's fair. So because she's getting me the Switch too, I'm thinking, yeah, I probably won't go to MomoCon because I probably won't have nearly as much money to spend on the stuff in the Jitters Halls that I would want to spend. Besides, most of the stuff that I would get from the Jitters Hall at this point, granted, anime would be very nice. I would like to get some anime. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna keep the my playlist going. Okay, so let's see. Did I heal up everyone? Yes, I did that before I ended stream last week. Alright. Like at this point, like the only things I'm really interested in getting for myself from the dealer's hall is like anime on Blu-ray / DVD if it's any available on DVD, which that requires research. That's gonna take some research to figure out. Counter. So yes, it's going to take a research to find out what anime is available on what platforms, or through what medium. I think Bleach is only available through DVD, which is completely fine by me, because... So here's my thinking. Here's my thought process. Like, this is something that I just recently thought about. TV shows. Videos. Visual media. Honestly, I think that the resolution of the media that you're watching it should probably dictate what you're watching it on. And also, like, the era in which the thing came out in. For example, Bleach. Bleach started in, like, 2000, 2001, something like that. And 2001 was so, like, very much, like, by today's standards, low resolution. It's 480p. The most popular TVs at the time were CRTs. So while I could very much get Bleach on DVD, and then watch it on my HD TV, it's not gonna look as good, I'll be honest. It really isn't. Which has me thinking maybe I should get a CRT. You know what? This song, not the vibe. This is better. Let's see. 1, 3, that's 4, 5. Okay, cool. We are actually accurate. So yes, I'm thinking about getting a CRT for older media. Granted, I've been watching a lot of newer media lately. God, One Piece is going to be a wild ride. There is these special editions of One Piece, which have been upscaled to HD resolutions. Now, granted, the actual show itself retains the 4:3 aspect ratio, and it has borders. But I think it is actually like a higher resolution. I might try and track down. Wait, except hold on. Here's the thing, though, because I think the special editions are Japanese only. I think they're only in Japanese. Which, that would... I don't know. Like, I want to get so much media, it's a little bit ridiculous. Spider92, thank you for the follow. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce your full username, but I don't know. It's a Spider! Hi, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. But yes, I'm going on a bit of a I want to update. I want to improve my show watching experience. I think the best way to do so, especially for like anime, because I've been watching Frieren. I say I've been watching Frieren. I watched Frieren. I finished Frieren. Season 1 of it. And I would notice, because I have pretty good eyesight when it comes to like frame rate. And I've noticed that watching on Crunchyroll, there's like, I don't know if it's like a thing with Crunchyroll, or if it's a thing with my internet, or the thing with the actual Frieren animation itself. But I would notice that there are moments where I feel like it just doesn't look right. And I wouldn't even say it's like smearing or anything. I would say like it's maybe just something with refresh rate? I don't know. It just... I'm gonna take a picture of it myself. But I never know when it's gonna happen. It's like the colors just like disappear for like a frame. Or like the coloration takes like a frame to get caught up with the actual like lining. It's weird to explain. Like I think it's definitely like some kind of artifacting. I think that's the right word. It's, I don't know how to describe it, but like, yes, the fact that I've noticed some issues with watching Frieren on Crunchyroll, I'm just like, I wonder if this looks like this on the Blu-ray version of it. So I want to get Frieren on Blu-ray. Like, I think it would look gorgeous on Blu-ray. Now, that's not saying that I'm going to exclusively watch anime on physical media. But I think what I might wind up doing is the media I particularly like, the anime I particularly like, I'll get on Blu-ray. So, Frieren is one of my favorite anime. I cannot wait for season 2 this winter. I certainly find out like if there's a way to get the second part of season 1 on Blu-ray, because I've only seen the first half of season 1 on Blu-ray. And yes, I do want to get all of Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach on physical media. Which, that's going to be challenging of itself. Because so much to get with those. Like, here's a funny thing. And this is why, again, why I want to get, like, especially Bleach on physical. You can really only watch Bleach. I think it's on Disney Plus or Hulu, or maybe I don't know. It's on just one streaming platform. And the annoying thing about it, what song is this? Oh, okay. The thing is, it's missing an episode. It's missing a canon episode for the dub. And that's so annoying because I've been watching it dubbed from episode 1. It's how I originally watched Bleach, was dubbed. And so my brain being the dumb brain it is, I'm just like, well, I gotta watch all of it dubbed. So I actually thought about the last time I went to a secondhand shop that had a bunch of Bleach, picking up the DVD that had the episode I was missing. I swear they had like the entire collection of Bleach on DVD. Which if I had the dosh for it, I would definitely pick it up. I would just like go in there, grab all of the Bleach DVDs I had, and be like, all of this, please. And just get like the wildest look from the cashier being like, weirdo. And you expect me to ring all of this up? Yes. I want the entire thing. Actually, hold on. That would be an absolutely wild thing to do. I just go back to the secondhand shop, look at the price of all those Bleach DVDs, get a grand total, figure out what tax would be. I think it would actually be different tax from where I live because I think it's in a different state. Do an entire like fundraising stream so that I can buy all of Bleach on DVD. Fuck it, that's what I'm doing for stream anniversary, for Twitch anniversary. I'm gonna do exactly that. And then at some point I want to get all of Naruto uncut. I already have one box set of Naruto uncut. I have so many things I want to do for like media in general. But the actual next step I should take in this entire tech process, tech journey I've been going on is I need to get a Raspberry Pi Raspberry Pi. Like a long enclosure for it and like an external hard drive to hook up to it. So that way I can get like my own, get a start on my own server that I want to go and work with. I could just get a tiny little thing to store my photos and music on. Because that's the thing, like I really want to get into like a lot more media. Like that's kind of like my big thing I want to do right now. Like I've thought about doing a short little video on another channel I haven't really done anything with. And just call the first video, I am not a tech YouTuber. I'm not a tech YouTuber. I'm not a tech channel. And get started on a journey of like setting up my own personal media server. Like it'd all be based off of like media I currently have, like all the physical media I have, minus the books, of course. Like the DVDs, the CDs, Blu-rays, like taking all of that and putting it on my own personal server. And yes, I've been yapping. Because there's so much I want to do, but like I am limited in funds, I'll be honest. Alright, so out of all the Pokemon that we can get from fishing here, there's only one that I absolutely do not want, and that's Basculin. I would not want to get a shiny Basculin from this. The ideal ones, in my opinion, ideally, Feebas. I would love to get a shiny Feebas with the fishing mark. That would be glorious, in my opinion. Shinny would be alright. Magikarp would also be another fantastic choice, in my opinion. Like, Magikarp just makes a lot of sense to get the fishing mark with. Because the fishing mark gives the Pokemon the title, the catch of the day. It would be Magikarp, the catch of the day. Which would, of course, be Gyarados, the catch of the day. So, Gyarados and Milotic having that title would be fantastic, in my opinion. And I really... Well, I would love Feebas between the two. Because, it's one, it's rarer. And two, I think it'd be funnier. That's concerning. My bitrate just dropped tremendously there. Like, I completely lost connection. I would have dropped frames, but I just lost connection. I swear, if this happens again, I'm gonna have a call with my ISP. Saying, hey, we're having issues. This needs to not be a thing because I stream. Like, that's not the first time that's happened this month either. Like, my internet's been kind of spotty just all throughout this month. So I think it might be time for a call with the ISP. Or it might just be time to reset the router. I think I'll probably do a router reset before I call the ISP. Oh my gosh, I went through my entire music collection, well, most of my music collection for video game soundtracks. And, I've broken up the, I had two different playlists before. I had hyped music and I had chill music. But playing through Sophie the other day and putting on some of the songs I had on there, I was like, yeah, man, you know, it doesn't actually feel like a good idea. Having electronic music, like having both my electronic music and my more orchestral music in one playlist, because, you know, electronic music doesn't necessarily fit the vibes for some games. And same for orchestral music. It's all about the game I'm playing. Yo, what's up, Darkrai? How's it going? So I took my chill stream music and I broke it up to more electronic sounding music and more orchestral sounding music. I'm doing pretty well. I got a bit of a late start today, so I will be going... I'm still going to go for 3 hours, so I'll be going for later than I normally would, but... not technically later. Yeah, so I split my child stream music and let me tell you, some of the older games, especially SNES games, like Chrono Trigger and Super Mario RPG, it's sometimes hard to distinguish which playlist some songs would go into. Like, there are some songs in Super Mario RPG that sound more orchestral, and there are some that are definitely more synthy. But then there's some where I'm just like, I don't know which one this registers as. So, I'm talking about like my streaming playlist, because one thing that I really pride myself on is like how I do streams. And I should more often look into more streaming things, how to improve streams a little bit more. To more... I don't know, how to improve the technical aspects of my streams, how to make my streams like even better, more engaging, if you will. And one thing is music. Music is like everything. It's like a massive part of streams because it provides a nice, chill background to some of the more chill moments of stream. Most exciting moments. My playlist, my streaming playlist, my streaming music playlist. That's what I'm talking about. Honestly, this entire time I've just been rambling. And he popped in when I was talking about my streaming music playlist. Because, hi, I got bouncy brain. My brain be bouncy. And like a lot of what I've been doing lately in general has been centered around music, anime, TV shows, movies, just media in general that like I can sit down and watch, indulge in whenever. Because I really want to... Your brain's dying on you thing. Maybe you're just not awake yet. I don't know where you are in the world. Or maybe you're just like maybe you're just tired and it's about bedtime. I don't know where you are in the world. And before you mention where you are in the world, it's 12 p.m. Okay, so you're in the same time zone as me. Got it. Which maybe my point still stands. Maybe you're just not awake yet. Maybe you just need more coffee. 20 p.m. What is a brain? A miserable little pile of secrets. Except that's not correct. Let's try that again. A miserable little pile of goop. I did say coffee, yes. It sounds like you need some. And I don't know, get yourself some apple juice. And studies have actually shown that apple juice is better for waking your brain up in the morning than soda is, or even coffee. Although tea may not be a bad idea either. Actually, what you should really do is not indulge in any caffeine or sugary stuff to wake yourself up. Actually, I think I need to put in one more because I think my math is. I think my count is off by one here. You're shifting your chair in your chair. No idea what I said. One moment. Let's see. That's 25. That's 35. Just another 6. That's 41. 47. My math is off somewhere. Hold on. 25. 35. $42. So I should be at one more. I did miss one. Haha! I mean, what I could really do is just add up the PP of all my moves, and by the time I'm done with one Pokemon, I can be accurate. A Darkrai called Armor Rouge, Great Tusk, Superior, and Hisuian Samurats. Neat. Alright. There's a raid hour in Pokemon Go tonight. I believe the target is Cresselia. And then there's also Community Day for Pokemon Go this Sunday for Vanillite. Which I'm debating on doing. Alright, I have 2 more days. Although if I play my cards right, I might can actually get my Metagross done today as a best buddy in Pokemon Go. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with doing the battles for a Metagross right now. I'll do that later. Anytime I see a Feebas, I get really hopeful that it will be shiny. Oh, here's a fun thing. Let's see if my other capture card's gonna work today. Hey, it is. What do you know? Let's open up some TCG pocket packs. Let's flip that. Oh, there's a flip pack. What do you know? Although I swear I've not had any luck in TCG Pocket lately. I've got a bunch of duplicate full arts. And that's about it. Like, I've not even gotten any like basic shiny Pokemon. The only shiny Pokemon I've gotten have been Charizard and Beedrill. Yeah, no, my streak continues. Nothing new. No shiny Pokemon, not even duplicate shinies. I am cursed, I tell you. You got the Lucario EX? Neat. Like, let me just show off really quick. Okay, I guess I did get this relatively recently. Which, okay, cool, that's like the rarest card in the set. Like, I have one Charizard EX shiny. I have one Beedrill EX shiny. I did get the full art Wugtrio EX, but not the it's not the shiny one, so. Like, it's kind of whack. Even with Space Time Smackdown. I guess I do have a playset of the immersive Dialga EX. I have a full art Gallade EX. The rainbow border. I got the full art Cynthia day one. What art Yanmega EX? I guess I do have some neat things. What art Regigigas? That's very nice. But I think it's actually on. Yeah, it's on par with Bidoof. Like, what's ridiculous is that I have 5 full art Krogunks. And 4 full art Lucarios from Space Time Smackdown. That's wild! 3 full art Tingrowths. Like, ah! Come on, I've been trying to get like the Darkrai stuff from Space Time Smackdown when I pull on that. And I've just not gotten it. The game just does not want to give it to me. I'm gonna pick up my daily stuff as well while I'm here. Oh, sure, I'll go for the bonus pick. Not that I need anything from this specifically, because I have everything from this. I have full wonder pick energy, so I should try and get something. That Lucario EX is looking pretty good. I might just try for that then. Yeah, let's do that. You know what, Darkrai, you pick the spot. Which one are we going for? Leave my feet in your hands. Second card? Got it. Nope. I don't know what it is, but I swear, more often than not, it's actually like bottom right, bottom left. Anyways. Enough of TCG Pocket. Let's get back to fishing. I don't know what it is, but I swear my luck was a whole lot better. Like day one of maybe halfway through Space Jam SmackDown being the newest set. I think the same is just true of everyone because I've not been seeing a whole lot of interesting wonder picks lately. Right. Note to self. Before we end stream, I need to actually sit down and re-nickname my Nidoking here because I'm brain dumb. I remember the name of a character from One Piece. We're actually at about the same number we got to for encounters when I got my shiny Nidoran last week. Right, so I've been trying to think of some stuff to do for Patreon. Like what kind of benefits I can have for that. And I honestly, like, what's up, Joe? How's it going? Like, I don't really like the idea of, like, exclusive content for Patreon. If anything, like, I'd probably go for early content. Like a bunch of other creators. So Wednesdays, at least for this week and next week, it's just a Pokemon day. And that's partially because in the at night, Ian and I have been doing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the DLC for it. So tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're both gonna go live and and play some of the DLC. And so I figure, you know what? Why don't I just also do some Pokemon in the morning? Surely there's something I can do there, right? Yeah, there's always something you can do in Pokemon. There's always a shiny hunt. And so you're gonna go. Hey, thanks for swinging by, Darkrai. We will be back at 9 p.m. tonight, so if you want to swing by then, feel free to. But yes, there are always going to be shiny hunts to do. Now, I'd say for this week and next week, because next week will be the last Scarlet Violet stream for a little bit, for like a month or two, while Ian is busy moving. So I need to figure out what to do for about 2 months for Wednesday streams. I'm thinking we just like do some more Sophie and X, Xenoblade X, until we finish one or both, and then we move on to the next game for both. But I know that Sophie is going to take a while. That is going to take a good amount of time, because I don't think we're even halfway through. And then Xenoblade Chronicles X, I can see that taking a minute too. My friend Yedis actually joined us Monday nights for Xenoblade. Remember your first shiny? G-Max Texture City and a Heal Ball? That is a pretty good shiny. My first shiny was a Golbat in Pokemon Emerald. Or is that the Emerald or Sapphire? It was definitely a Generation 3 game. And I actually still have that Crobat now. In fact, I think they may even be on this game. Let's just see. Okay, I don't know if that's OBS or if that's my Wi-Fi just cutting out every so often. And just one right here, and nope, that's not it. I have to go locate my shiny Crobat. Yeah, like, okay, so Scarlet and Violet definitely took. I like playing Scarlet and Violet. Like, Scarlet and Violet are nice games to just sit down and vibe with, but they're not the prettiest games. I will say that they're definitely not pretty in most regards. It has its moments of like some very gorgeous areas. But for the most part, Sword and Shield is definitely like a lot better looking in most regards. But I do give Scarlet and Violet a lot of grace because I do keep in mind that like the majority of early development for it took place just before the pandemic. I don't know why I decided to go into my into the box menu for that. I would also argue that there are a good amount of songs in Sword and Shield that like I just like I said there are more songs in Sword and Shield that I just vibe with more than there are in Scarlet Violet. Do I do any cosplay or go to cons? I would love to get into cosplay more, but my attention's already like fairly divided as is at the moment. And I do have the opportunity to go to MomoCon in Atlanta towards the end of next month. But I'm opting not to go because my family is already spending a lot of money as is. Just in the first half of this year, we've already spent a fair amount of money. Because next week my mom is flying out to move my younger sister out from her current apartment back home. And that's already a pretty decent looking penny right there. And then I also know that she's buying myself, my younger sister, and my older sister a Switch too. So like, if I had a more stable income, I would probably go to MomoCon, like for sure. But because I don't have a like super stable income, I'm opting not to go this year. Because normally MomoCon is like partially a birthday present. But my big birthday present this year is a Switch 2 with Mario Kart World. I'm not getting the bundle with Mario Kart World. I'm getting Mario Kart World separate because physical copies are king. Which actually winds up being more. But still. It's not like I'm actually very grateful to be getting that as a birthday present. Ooh, we have our first brick coming up here in about 6 minutes. Yes, I definitely need to start shipping myself up a little bit more, both online and offline. Like, there's so many projects I want to work on, but they're all like massive time sinks. And a lot of learning for some of them. Oh, I get the fun thing of after streaming today, checking to see which songs get copyright content ID'd. That'll be fun. Because with working on my streaming playlists the past couple of days, I've added in songs that may get content ID'd. I don't know. Another thing you don't like about this game is wild area makes it significantly worse. I think the wild area is actually a very interesting idea. I really like it. Although me personally, I probably would have liked it more if you could just like catch Pokemon a little bit more. Like if you could catch everything like as soon as you get there. Like I personally, like I would find a lot of fun with that. But like I understand why they have the catching limitations on it, especially seeing as Scarlet Violet exists and got rid of the catching limitations, but made it easier to catch higher level Pokemon. But I think the way you counteract that is you just have Pokemon gain in level as you get more badges. Now, one thing that does annoy me though is the fact that there are some Pokemon that are exclusive to the wild area and require specific weather. Like Mimikyu, Corsola. I'm sure there are others, but those are the only ones that come to my mind immediately. Now, if this Pokemon were either... Well, no, I think if they remained exclusive to the wild area, but were guaranteed in most weathers and not just to one specific one, I think I'd be a little bit less annoyed by that. But because I think actually both examples I gave are limited to being in the fog only and in specific parts of the wild area. That's where my irritation comes from. But the way you counteract that is you just use a Wishing Piece. Wishing Piece is honestly like kind of saves some Pokemon from being annoying for that reason. Like you can just drop a Wishing Piece in a raid den, and then you can just like change the time of day to get. Because like if you use a Wishing Piece, that raid den remains active for the next day, but with a different Pokemon in it. It re-rolls that same raid den. It's wonderful, and I actually like the mechanic. I think that's actually a very good balance to the whole wild area exclusive, weather exclusive part of the wild area exclusive Pokemon. But no, I think the wild area is actually a very fun idea. I like it. And it's definitely like Game Freak dipping their toes more into a open world aspect. But also we are at break, so I will be back momentarily. Alright. And we're back. I mean, here's the thing about, like, so everything in Galar being thrown into a single field, you could argue that the same is technically true of Paldea. Now, granted, that field is a much larger area, but it's technically true. Like, I imagine that if you're patient enough, you could actually go on ahead and get a Garchomp as the first Pokemon you catch. Now, I don't know how you're going to go about swinging that, but you probably could. Or a Dragonite. Like, I kind of want to approve that Dragonite idea. I'm just going to need some help doing it. Which, actually, that may be what I wind up doing on Wednesdays. We keep the fishing shiny hunt going. And then we go back to my Citadel starter playthrough where I'm trying to catch everything as soon as possible. And that actually does require help from some friends. Or viewers. Friends or viewers. I wonder how many Feebas I've fought. Let's find out, shall we? I actually don't know what number Feebas is in the Pokedex. There it is. 15. Oh boy. The chance of me getting a shiny Feebas from this? Not high. Did I mark this one down? I'm not. Okay. Bounce Brain is saying to pop in Pokemon Scarlet right now and get that Dragonite I was thinking about. I might have a rather interesting take on the Pokemon series as a whole. And it's probably because I've played every single game as they came out. And I've gone back to play some games after they came out. Like, any complaints that someone has about one game, I'm just like, okay, well then play this other game. It doesn't have this issue that you're talking about. Or it fixes this issue. Like the issue with the wild area of almost everything in the entire game being thrown into one single field. Okay, just go back to Gen 7 if you can. Go back to an earlier Pokemon game. Heck, if you want to have a more limited library of Pokemon to choose from, soon we're gonna get the GameCube Nintendo Switch Online thing, and that's going to come with Pokemon Colosseum and XCD of Darkness. Well, at some point it's going to come with those. They're also like a slightly darker toned Pokemon game. They're part of the issue people have is that Pokemon games don't have a dark tone to them. Okay, well then just wait for those games to come out on the Switch Online service. I do hope that we at some point get a way to play some older Pokemon games on more modern consoles while still retaining most of the functionality, the multiplayer functionality of those games. Like, for example, training mechanics in Pokemon games. Those have to be retained, I feel. In order for the games to be a more complete version of what they once were on modern consoles, you have to retain the trade functionality, which means the games have to connect to other copies of the game. I think that's part of the reason why I presently think that we're not going to get any of the Pokemon games on the Switch Online virtual consoles. Because we already saw that Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2 do not have any form of connectivity with Pokemon games outside of just themselves. And I'm honestly not entirely certain that there are any of these Switch Online VC games that have a form of connectivity like that. Now, I could be wrong, because those libraries are massive. But the thing is, I don't know if I am. I need to do some math here. We're looking at 10, 20, plus another 3, plus 4, 7. Yeah, no, we are actually on correct. Like, I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I think that would definitely take a lot of tinkering to make that possible. But I don't think this song is the vibe either. I'm having to vibe check some of these songs because I did sit down and listen to like a decent chunk of these songs. I also was doing something else at the time, so sitting here and streaming and fishing allows me to see if the vibe of the song actually matches with me just chilling. I'm actually very excited about tonight because I do think that Ian and I can get to the Blueberry Academy on stream. Not only get to Blueberry Academy, but like get to Blueberry Academy and have it feel right for the narrative. Hold on. I need to stop trying to multitask here. Because I'm just getting distracted. Ten 24. Okay, so I did actually add an additional one. Got it. Hey, is that right? Yeah, that is right. Okay, cool. I have a ping. Why do I have a ping? Ah. The ping from the Pokemon Go Discord server I'm in. Letting people know that this Sunday is going to be the day that we're doing Dynamax raids around my local area. Watching it work, so you're popping in and out. Fair enough. I'm just vibing. I'm vibing with a head full of empty. And we are about halfway through stream, so. Thoughts on the storyline here? For Crown Tundra? Sword and Shield as a whole. No, I should name the storyline because I played it pretty much like twice over at the same time. I have no real complaints, to be honest. Like, I think the I think the story is alright. Because I see it more so... The way I look at the story of Pokemon games, especially the newer Pokemon games, is not so much like how you as a character evolve, but more so the evolution of the characters around you. And so I think that, like, the fact that every character has their own little thing that they go through, that combines together to make the story. I think everything that happens is actually, like, it feels nice. Like, Hop's whole characterization going from, oh, I'm gonna be the next champion because my brother's the champion and I'm gonna beat him, to realizing that, yeah, that was kind of a grandiose dream that, like, only one person can have, so the likelihood of that being him. The fact that there are people who are better than him, aside from just his brother, and him coming to that realization and being like, I don't know, like, I think Hop's whole storyline is played out very nicely. I like it. And him realize, and I think it's very nice to see a character who has, like, these big dreams, just have him dashed by his friend. And then realizing, well, my story's not over here, I can do something else. You don't see that, like, super off, you don't see that in Pokemon games. That's very nice. Beat is just a schmuck the whole way through, but, like, in a fun way, I feel. Like, he's certainly not as charismatic as Gary is or Blue is in the original games, in Red and Blue. But it is also, like, kind of nice to see that Bede gets what he deserves. And then kind of sort of gets something he didn't desire afterwards. Like, he wanted to become champion. He wanted to continue with the Champion League thing. But he got disqualified for just being an asshole. And then becomes a gym leader. Like, I think that's actually pretty funny. It's a similar sort of thing as what happens to Hop. Just it happens a lot sooner. Trim and Rose not being able to see the trees through the forest. Like, this is a Pokemon game. It's supposed to be a little bit more lighthearted. A little bit more idealistic in some ways. And so, well, yes, you could say that there is a narrative of, like, oh, well, Rose is just is a straight up villain because he wants to get the energy going for capitalistic reasons. You could put that spin on it, and I think, like, if that's your headcanon, cool, awesome, fine. But I think Rose's characterization being more so being that he wants to do a good thing for Galar in the future. In the future Galar. For selfless reasons, but the fact that he can't see the trees through the forest. Because he's got that long-term, that long sight. That long-term sight going on. And he's not looking at the here and now. Like, that definitely feels like a very humanistic character flaw in some people. And he never once mentions anything about money, about doing it so that he can make money. Like, yeah, he does run a power plant. So if you wanted to, you could make that connection. And it does ring a little bit more true for the real world, but for me personally, Pokemon is, like, something that I can escape to. It's something that I can look at and be like, yes, everyone has more idealistic tendencies here. Like, let's be honest, like, money in the Pokemon games feel like they're kind of infinite. Like, there's not really a shortage of money for anyone here. So, in my opinion, do I think that Rose is like an evil villain? No. I don't think he's like... I don't think he's doing things for like an evil reason. I think he genuinely wants to supply Galar with literally infinite energy. And like, he does realize that, yeah, he committed some crimes. And so he turned himself in. Like, I think if someone was truly evil, they wouldn't do that. And they definitely wouldn't go on, like, a, like, tour around the country to, like, apologize. Like, an evil person would just, like, sit in prison and skulk and plot on getting out and exacting their revenge one day. Rose is just like, yeah, no, I fucked up. I realize I fucked up. I do also like that the Isle of Armor also has ties to the main story as well, seeing as Leon also trained at the Isle of Armor. In fact, we actually kind of get some dialogue from, I think we actually get dialogue from Leon a little bit, but especially from Hop, about Leon's time at the dojo. Like, that's a very, very nice touch. I like incorporating an island that's not even connected to the mainland into the mainland in some form or fashion. I do also like that the DLC, you can start the DLC like pretty early into your adventure, like literally as soon as you're done with the opening ceremony for the introduction of the new gym challengers. You can just go back to Wedgehurst and go to both the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. Like, I think it's beautiful, especially more so with Isle of Armor, seeing as the Pokemon that you catch there are a little bit more in line with the Pokemon that you can find in levels in the wild area. Like, you can go to the Isle of Armor and catch some Pokemon for your team for your main playthrough. Now with Crown Tundra, being able to access that so early, you can't catch any wild Pokemon. And then you do also have the issue that if you go through Dynamax Adventures and get a Pokemon from that, you can just beat the entire game with that one Pokemon. Like, I think the fact that that's an option for like speedrunning purposes is phenomenal. I love that. But I don't think like it's a good idea to do that for, I mean, what you can do with that is once you beat the Tearfield Gym, you can grab one of those Pokemon from Dynamax Adventures, not a legendary of course, and then breed it for a Pokemon on your team. That's actually not a bad idea. I do actually want to grab another Pokemon that can knock out Pokemon here. What do I go for? If I recall correctly, Victini's a little bit underpowered. And what I want is special attacker. Now actually, Togekiss might work here. Maybe something with higher special attack. There's a Grass Knot and Calm Mind for other moves, and Mewtwo might work here. Let's look at the 100 accuracy. Yep, no, let's do that. There we go. Like, I think all in all, like, the story of Sword and Shield plus the DLC is very solid. And the overall flow of the games feels pretty good as well. I think one thing I really like about Sword and Shield is, like, at some point, you don't even have to bother with fighting trainers along the way. I forget where that point's at, but you don't have to bother fighting trainers at some point. But then I do suggest going back and fighting trainers between Spikemouth and Hammerlock gyms. Let's see. Oh, I think I missed one. Yeah, okay. I think if I wanted to increase my likelihood of finding a shiny Feebas. So, okay, here's the thing about doing shiny hunting via fishing in this game. The only time you have like fully increased odds aside from just a shiny charm increased odds is when there's a brilliant aura popping up out of the water. And then the increased odds are based on how many of that Pokemon you have knocked out. So if I wanted to have like truly increased odds of finding a shiny Feebas, I need to knock out 500 Feebas. And then I hope I get the Feebas from a Brilliant Aura. Which, let's see if there's another real fishing spot on this island. I don't think there is. I think it's just the one. Yeah, it's just the one spot. God, the fact that I'm working with just basically one in what is it? Is it? I'm gonna check this out. Hmm? Oh. Interesting. Apparently Pokemon Home got an update that allows you to get medals, which is weird. There we go. Be a page on shiny Pokemon, right? There we go. Yeah, okay, so I'm working with basically a 1 in 1365 chance. Or 1 in 1366? Yeah. So it's gonna be a minute before we even get to half odds. Yeah, I can math here. Yeah, nope, that looks correct. Actually, I think I know the next game I'm gonna play after Sophie. It's a game that I have a soundtrack for that I've not played yet. But I've had for a while now. God, hearing the Pokemon Battle Revolution music has me wanting to do shenanigans. Ooh, hold on a moment. There's an idea. A Pokemon Battle Revolution playthrough? Ooh. Maybe that's what we do while Ian's gone. Or we do a bit of that while Ian's gone. I'd honestly be down for that. Ooh. Does that mean I'm about to sit down with Ooh, hold on, the brain is going burr. Ooh. There's gonna be a lot of off-camera prep for sure. Unless. Hear me out, hold on. I'm formulating the idea in my head as I go. Do I talk about the idea on stream or do I keep it as a surprise? Ooh, wait. The brain is going to burn so hard right now. Oh my god. My brain is so big! There's so many ideas. How do I want to execute this? Well, I don't know. I honestly do not know. If I had a 3DS capture card, I could execute my idea a little bit more brilliantly. Which honestly just another bit of tech I want. The thing is that is more stream related tech. That honestly would make more sense to do a fundraiser for than I love Bleach. Also, yeah, you know what? No, that's infinitely more worth it in my opinion. Because then I can sit down and do the Pokemon Generation Challenge, actually. And I would want to, like, sit down and play through, like, even the big side games as well. Like Stadium 2, Coliseum, XD, Pokemon Battle Revolution. That's kind of where that stops. Hold on, I actually really like that idea. Well, I know what we're doing on the 11th. Big ol' fundraising stream, which honestly, like, I feel like it should be something Pokemon related then. Like, if I'm gonna be doing like a big ol' fundraising stream for a 3DS capture card, so that way I can primarily play all the Pokemon games. Yeah, no, I think it should definitely be something Pokemon related. So what's a thing I can do to raise money on stream anniversary? Shit, 805, got it. Crowd control? Hold on, the math's not math in here. That's 10. No, wait, the math is math in here. Ooh, do I do a crowd control? That is on the 11th, which is not my birthday. Oh, I'm seriously considering it. And we have another break coming up in about 5 minutes here. it would be the last break for this stream. And then at the 3-hour mark, I'll be ending stream and I'll be back at 9 p.m. Maybe one thing I'll do after this stream is sit down and figure out which game I'm going to crowd control and like maybe start plugging it on, well, make a video for it on YouTube and also plug it on Bluesky, various Discord servers. Maybe just make that my status on Discord is just a countdown to stream anniversary. Not a bad idea. We've now doubled the amount of encounters we've had since the beginning of stream. And we still got another hour to go. Yeah. The thing is, I don't have the idea to do a crowd control right now, but there's a decent chance I might change my mind. I think that's like just a one-off stream will be fine. Oh, we're at a break. Be right back. And we're back. Very good timing on my end. Okay. That's a long ass tail. Like, holy shit, Mewtwo's tail is so fucking long. Like, ridiculously long. Yo! I got a shiny female, let's go! Hold on a moment! Yo, this is nutty! Where's my dive ball? There's my dive ball. Yo, wait, a shiny Feebas? Yo, please tell me it has a mark. Please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. It's a 1 in 3 chance. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Summary, please. No, it doesn't have the mark. Oh, that's so disappointing. I still don't think it has a mark. Let's double check in the box. Dang, I got a shiny Feebas. We really don't have any marks? Oh. Big shame, oh well. I was so hopeful. Oh, and I'm gonna be... It's gonna be +1 now. Right, I need to get rid of Grass Knot and All Mind. Let's see, a bag. Let's see. I don't really want to go for an ice type move or ice grass with electric. So I might just put psychic on. So we got psychic for 1 move. What else can we put on Mewtwo? That would make sense. Something with good accuracy for sure. I mean, Hyper Beam makes sense, but it's not the accuracy, so no. By Calm Mind. Oh, Psyshock, duh. I can't believe I found the shiny Pokemon I was looking for, but it didn't have the mark. And that's actually the first shiny we found by fishing, which makes it even wilder. Yeah, I'm gonna save Side Strikes for Gyarados. The 306 is where we were at when we first phased. Let's use the Aura Spheres first, because we have 20 of these to use up. I'm still bewildered at the fact that we found a shiny Feebas as our first shiny here. That's literally the rarest Pokemon we can find. It's the first shiny we fished up. It wasn't even from a Brilliant spot, it just popped up. I was very hopeful that Feebas would have ended the hunt right there. But it's a 1 in 3 chance, so it wasn't super. It's not a bad chance, but it's not. It's definitely like not great. Hey, how many Fabius in total have I seen? Have I battled? 24, so the 23rd one we saw was shiny. That's phenomenal. And here, okay, so here's the question. I did phase. I did technically phase. So do I reset the counter? No, I think we do total encounters until we get a shiny with a mark. That's how we want to do that. Although I will include on screen a graphic of the last shiny and how many that took. So, give me 1 moment. I'll do this then, aren't I? think that. Find the right fonts. That's outline. Yeah. Okay. I might duplicate the scene just for shiny hunting. And this is where I'm starting to think that like maybe I should I should have a scene just for shiny hunting, so we have like space for all the additional information, like the last shiny I caught, the shiny I'm looking for. Yeah, I think for next week I'm gonna have that scene already. In fact, I'm gonna work on that scene after stream. I mean, honestly, like, I can do that right now. You know what? Yeah, let's do that right now. Let's see. Duplicate. There we go. And you're gonna notice there's no difference. There's zero difference. But if I were to do this, oh, for what I do need that actually. And shrink that. Grab this, move that down here. Shrink that a bit. I want to keep that the same size, so we are actually going to shrink this so that I'm the same size. Yeah. Keep me the same size. Let me be 1 pixel wider. There we go. Okay, so let's move this right over here. Grow that a bit. There we go. Pick that, move that right there. Let's see. Grab that. We'll move this down here. There we go. And that gives me room to add chat. Let's see. I can probably get rid of some stuff. What is this? Yeah, I don't need that. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that back on, bring that down right here. Yeah. Group. Let's also add. Go. Don't need that. Yeah. I'll keep that down. I should turn that back on, yeah. But where'd I move that? Wait, hold on. No, that's okay. We're moving this. Yeah, that works. That gives me room to add chat, so let's do that. Browser. Search chat. There we go. Actually, I think I need to add that as a group. Add a group. Why don't I have Twitch chat group? Hold on. No. Wait, do I not have a Twitch chat group? I don't have a Twitch chat group. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, I'm making that group then. Add browser. Twitch chat. And I should have a color source there, right? Yeah, I apparently just didn't make that a thing. Okay. Cool. There we go. We got our shiny hunting setup going. We got heavily distracted there for a few minutes. It's still not flush. Hold on. There we go. My head is now empty. I gotta do some math really quick. Are we actually on 320 right now? Okay, 1, 4... 14? One. Yeah, no, we are actually on 220. Okay, cool. I want to try and get at least 30 more. By the end of stream. Which should be easily doable. Like, that may just be where we end up for today. Get 200 encounters in and a shiny. Granted, a shiny without the mark, but... But imagine if it did. I do have the mark charm on this, right? Hold on a moment. Yeah, the mark charm. Ooh, hold on. That actually increases the likelihood of getting a mark, which makes it... Oh, what is it? It's gonna be a 66% chance, doesn't it? A 3, okay, so it's a 1 in 25, so I have a 3 in 25 chance of getting the fishing mark. Okay, I thought it was a 1 in 3. That actually does make a lot more sense. Okay. I'm working with... I agree, than a 1 in 10 chance. Oh, I'm thinking of the curry mark, aren't I? No, the current mark is a 3 in 25 and 3 in 50. Okay. But the fishing mark is, I think, actually the most common mark to get. Yeah. No, without a doubt. I don't think I counted that one. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be a little jarring though, having just one scene that has my subscriber goal on it. But also, like, I think for the more chill streams, it makes sense to have more stuff on screen. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with inconsistency. Because also, like, inconsistency is fine sometimes. Yeah, with I think it's actually fun to have like this be the Wednesday setup. Well, the Wednesday morning setup. Because Wednesday mornings are the more grindy streams, and therefore like a lot more chances to be interactive. And those who do check out the Wednesday morning streams will see where I'm at in the progress of some of my goals. I think a 20 sub goal is actually a pretty good idea. I may actually try and have it be like my current sub points, which I may have to look into a little bit. So I think it's... I'm not going to shut up about the fact that Phoebus was my first fishing shiny in this game. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, I've never fished up a shiny in this game before. And in fact, my first one was a Phoebus. The rarest thing you can find? Actually, I think the rarest thing you can find is, Lily, because I think it's actually rarer than... I think it's a 2% chance? Let me double check that. Which one am I doing? I have... Sorry, we pull it up here. We're looking for rock types. Lily. Found a giant's bed, giant's foot. I think I went giant's bed. %10 chance for Lily. So yeah, no, Phoebus is literally the rarest thing you can find. Let me confirm that real quick. Let's see, Vladimir Lake. 5%, tied with Dratini. Bonkers. There's a chance that we are just doing this again next week. There is actually another grindy shiny hunt I want to do in this game, though. Oh, that's gonna be a lot more active. Very active. I want to do a curry hunt. I just forgot where I decided it would be the best place to do that, though. Okay, we just need 20 more encounters, and I think I'm just gonna call it stream there in 20 encounters, which we can easily do. So I can get roughly 200 encounters, probably close to 220 encounters in one stream. Because I did spend a decent amount of time faffing about with layout stuff. Oh, actually, Psyshock wouldn't be a bad idea to use against Gyarados, because I believe Gyarados has weaker physical defense. Yeah, actually, Psychic types wouldn't be a bad idea for Gyarados. Good to know. Good to know. Or anything any special attacker that gets Psyshock. I guess that actually makes Psychic the weaker move to use against Gyarados, I believe. Let's double check that theory really quick on Psyshock. Yep. I mean, to be fair, it's Mewtwo, so I think even Psychic works. Let's just confirm that really quick, why don't we? Yeah, okay. Anything works, except for Aura Sphere. Because again, it's a freaking Mewtwo. That's 3 Gyarados in a row. That's wild. I'm very excited for tonight. So very excited. Yeah, I think in between this stream and the next stream tonight's, I'm probably gonna work on maybe figuring out what game to crowd control, which Pokemon game to crowd control, if any of them even can. Out of that, I'm gonna hang out with my brother because he is here in town. Probably to try and relax, so what's more relaxing than hanging out with me here? That's fine. I'll put this on charge after stream. Alright, we are getting close to end of stream here. Even though we didn't get the fishing mark on that bass, I can still probably use that for some shenanigans here. The bass is still a bass. Two more. And then we're gonna call it a stream. Although, as I mentioned, I got a re-nickname my Nido King. So that would be the last thing we do for the stream, and then we're gonna call it there. Okay, let's encounter right here. There was no need for me to knock that out, actually. Because I'm just gonna leave the area right now. That resets the Brilliant Aura check. Yes, we're now at 350 encounters in total. We found a shiny Feebas today, which is honestly the wildest thing I could have found. Okay, let's give this the proper nickname. If I can press the right button. Okay, let's look how to spell this character's name correctly. I think that's how you spell it. Yes, okay. Righty, not righty. It's very funny that I would make that mistake. Because I have had people pronounce Kaisen as Kaisen. I'm just like, no, it's Kaisen. But yes. That will be it for today. I will be back. Well, that'll be it for this morning / afternoon. I will be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time for some Pokemon Scarlet Violet DLC with Ian, finishing up everything in, well, most things in Kitakami, and hopefully the stream tonight is moving on to the Blueberry Academy, so I can get back to doing online shenanigans in Pokemon Scarlet. And just keep people on track for what's going on for for this week and next. Schedule for this week and next are looking for Mondays and Fridays being Sophie in the morning and Xenoblade Chronicles X in the evening. That's close to 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. for Sophie and 6 p.m. for Xenoblade. And for Wednesday, as we just saw, it was shiny fishing mark hunting for the morning stream, and afternoon stream is going to be Scarlet Violet DLC. If we don't get to Blueberry Academy tonight, we're definitely going to get to it next week. And then, although next Friday is my birthday, so I am just going to do a shiny hunting stream for my birthday. Because I'm going to be planning a birthday party with my friends. Because I know that they're going to want to celebrate, and, well, who am I to stop them? But none of them are planning anything, so I'm just like, okay, I'm planning it. I need to have a plan in place so I know what I'm doing. But with that, see you guys later tonight, so bye-bye!